This is my advice. I'll talk about it later. I had a fuel leak too. So, finally here. That's where we at these days. I'm about to just for a fuel up. Yeah, what's that? Come on, show it. You know what it is, what it does, what it is, what it was. Boy, Lean Trucker, back with another.
Why you sleeping on us? Why you sleeping on us? No cap, we gon' have to make them believe us.
All right, y'all, let me show you what's happening. So I've been having this issue right here, cooling issue. You know, it'll drain down from in the morning time. I check it. My dashboard up in there. There's this sound. When I tell y'all it's annoying, basically it's just an alarm sound. When it's just beep. It's like doot, doot, doot. When the coolant get low the sensor. You know, the symbol comes on the dashboard, but the beeping noise is what get me. And it won't go off either. Check it out. That symbol, forget the symbol. The noise won't go off until you rectify the issue. But I was dealing with that, it was draining. So obviously to try to find the issue, you're following, you know, your coolant lines. So I was doing all that. So last week, this had the issue. It was coming out right here. See this blue line right here? So that blue line just go from right there to right here. It's where the leak was, but I mean it was bad. I actually got pictures. I'm gonna put in the video. It was just coming all down through here. It was all over here. Back in, like covering up a whole little toolbox. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's been a thorn on my side. Another thing, before I get to that, is this. I'm not gonna touch it because it's hot. This thing was very loose, and it was very loose, and I also had an issue with losing fuel because of that. So get back over here with this coolant deal. So replace that line that I just told y'all back over there, and still had the issue, but it just wasn't as bad. So yeah, it wasn't as bad, meaning like it wasn't like dripping all over, running over where it was obvious, but it was like leaking, like I'm talking about very minimal. You couldn't see it. It wasn't coming from that line anymore. Couldn't tell where it was coming from. This was on like right before the weekend on a Friday. It's the very next day, by the way, after I got the line fixed, but I still saw it. Well, I ain't gonna say I saw it. It was just that when I came up here, came to the yard on a Sunday, this past Sunday, to see where it was, popped the hood, it was like down here. So obviously that meant it was leaking from somewhere, even though you don't see anything. So they said it was coming from that line. They didn't see it. You'd have to do a pressure test. That's eventually where it was coming from. That line right there. Man here got me unloaded in short order. So I'm finna get out of here. Yes, I don't know if I'm out of woods yes on it. But you know, praying now. I want to keep dealing with issue like that. You know, it costs me work. I'm about to take off. Speaking of that, I'll talk to y'all about choosing a mechanic shop. Just got an opinion on that. About what years of experience. When I get to that, get on down this road. I back up out here to my destination. So I'm gonna pick up another load. A little local load going like 15 miles on the road. Before I get to my device, these mechanics and shops and stuff like that, you know, I still on my little fitness side, so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. So if y'all been, you know, staying with me, I've been eating like let me see, like two meals a day or whatever, but I kind of had these things in between. So this for protein purposes. You see there's 30 grams of protein on each. So yeah, just two different flavors. This is a chocolate peanut butter. This is vanilla. Are these things necessary? Not really. But for a guy like me who wanna, you know what I'm saying, build some muscle. Well, actually I ain't trying to build, I'm trying to maintain. But muscle, you need a certain amount of protein. Got any questions on that? Because you know, I ain't finna get that deep into that. Hit me up, email me, drop a comment, you know, in the deal. And I'll explain that to you. Yeah, if you ain't trying to really, you know, do the muscle thing, just trying to stay in shape, lose the weight, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It is for me. This was my lunchie. My lunchie is today. See that? That's bell pepper. Stuffed bell pepper. Yeah, I know you can't see what's in it, but it's cheese, a little thing of rice, some grilled chicken, and some what is oh, he got me. My man got me, so I'm finna go. He got something like some pico. That's what it is, pico. It's my man right here. He's finna load me up. So I'll finish in a minute. I told him you finna load me up. I was recording. So, yeah, let me go and have this business, and then I'm gonna get to the truck and stuff in a minute. One more thing that I didn't include. Now, check this out. Here right here. I've said often on my channel, you know, when I first started, I don't eat stuff I don't like, okay? This has been the one exception that I started, I think last week. I know it's not food, but it's still a drink. Usually I don't mess with stuff I don't like. I was like, if I can't be in shape, eating how, not really how I want to eat, but enjoy my food, but I just won't do it all. Coconut water now. I've, this something I suffer through. I keep it room temperature, and I just chug it back. Now, why you may ask? Because it's a high, see if I got it right here. It's a high source of potassium. There's other good benefits of it too. There you go. 620 milligrams. Hopefully you can see right there. 620 milligrams potassium. It's only 60 calories. I just chunk it back. It's good. You need something to balance out all the sodium that we the American diets that we tend to have in. We have an extremely bunch of sodium. Help balance that out a little bit. You can get more potassium in. Okay, so here I go. Let's get to the rest of this thing. Then we're gonna let y'all out of here. I appreciate y'all taking the time out to watch. So on the you know, if you got your own truck, regardless if you got your own authority, if you got your own truck, you have to be careful where you take your truck to. You got to be mindful of also how much people charge you. You just take your truck and drop it off. They just say they're gonna diagnose it, and you know, then they'll get back with you, blah blah blah, and don't really give you no numbers, and then you get that receipt at the end, and then they want their money. So this is my advice. Okay, my advice is ask those questions up front. Ask how much is the part. If you already know what's going on with the truck. Actually, I would say if you can, you go buy your own parts because you'll get them cheaper. There's always an upcharge. Example, if the part costs $250, really if it costs $250, if you went and got it, on theirs they're gonna charge you like $350 for their convenience. If they have in their warehouse, or even if they gotta go pick it up, they're gonna hit you for that. So you can save yourself money by picking up your own part. That's if you can always do this. That's if you already know what you need. If you know you change your brakes, whatever you may need. Get the parts yourself. That's one way you can save money. Another thing is, you take it to some of these people. All thing they're trying to do is get your moolah. So you gotta really trust, you know, who you take your truck to, because they'll get you in there. They'll fix some or whatever. And like I say, charge you like an arm and a leg. And if you get one of them shady mechanics, man, they may kind of fix it to where they halfway doing the job to where you're gonna have that problem again later, especially if they know you ain't coming back to them because you in between, states or whatever. So my advice is, if you can't get your own parts, do enough, learn enough to get your truck off the side of the road if possible, and to make it back when you can make it back to your trusted people who you can just drop your truck off to. They're gonna do you right, they ain't gonna overcharge you. Lastly, there's somewhere that where I park at, they got a shop there. It's very convenient. Problem is they charge $95 an hour minimum. Now it's much better than the dealership, but it's still $95 minimum. So what I just had replaced on that my antifreeze leak, that blue line I showed, I just had a tube. That wasn't a hard job, but I ended up paying between that piece or whatever. It was like $100 and some dollars. I would automatically have to pay them $190 just on the $95 an hour labor cost. $190. So I saved money by taking my truck to a different place, trusted shop. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then that wasn't even the parts and the other stuff they were going to upcharge and all that. The way they do it, I was probably going to be out around $300 because it was a few other things. So, yeah, that's it. Lastly, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, Cowboy fan. Born and raised, you understand me? So it don't matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised, it is what it is. They got a big game this weekend. Going against San Francisco. Playoffs start this weekend. And it's gonna be a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup. Of course, I'm rolling with my bones, man. I don't know how far we're gonna go. We're gonna get this game, you understand? Alright. Thank you for watching. If you're doing anything else in the world, hit that like button, subscribe button, share the content, comment down below if anything else you want to know. Bars. I hope that's not too loud. Keep it in mind, stay on the grind, one day at a time. Salute.